The last season I peaked at Plat 2 and I like hit the promos to like Plat 1 and I just could not pass it. I failed them like 6 times. Okay,
Oh no.
so this season I finally got like the Plat 2 and I stuck in Plat 2 for quite some time still. But I feel like I'm progressing. I'm learning a lot. I watch like all your I spend like hours just watching like while I'm at work. I watch like coaching videos. I watch like all of your content. I watch a lot of like
God damn.
LS. I don't know if you heard of like what's it called? What are we called? Champ Skilled Cap. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
know about skill cap.
it's like tons of 80K. Like I'm learning a lot, and I'm implementing them into my games. And like I know there was one specific video like where you were coaching to like hit the sideways, like get more CS, more CS. So like now I'm like consistently like getting like CS leads in like in like 8 to 10 of my games significantly. But when I'm and so like that kind of like pushed me to get the Plat 1. But when I get the Plat 1, like I just tank and like I just get smashed. So like
Interesting.
what I've noticed, like my games, like I'll either like get a good lead in like lane, and then like I'll either throw it mid game or late game, or I'll get absolutely obliterated in the early game, or I feel like I kind of get anxiety too. Like if my other lanes are doing really bad and I'm like okay, like I
Oh
feel
no,
like
I know what you mean.
it gets to late game, and I feel like I make one mistake and that loses the game. So there's been a couple of
Yeah.
times like that. So I'm kind of disheartened right now. Like I've lost a lot recently, as you can see. And I'm really like I'm really just trying to like I used to play Lucian back when he was meta, and then he got back to being good again. And so like I'm really just trying to like figure him out again. Like I'm really comfortable with Ezreal. But like I'm really just trying to figure out, because like it's frustrating to me I keep losing with Lucian and Draven actually, because I've had a lot of experience with both of them in the past. And I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And like I said, it's kind of that's why I'm really looking forward to our session, because like I'm trying to pinpoint what exactly I'm because I'm definitely learning new material. Like I'm learning more about bouncing a wave, resetting a wave, you know, like wave management. So that's really been really good. I'm learning more about matchups. I'm learning more like, you know, staying consistently above the CS. I'm learning more about ward placement. I'm learning about a lot of different new stuff. And like I'm grasping it, and I feel like I'm progressing as a player, but my results aren't showing it. So I'm kind of like disheartened, and I'm trying to like implement these things without tanking my, you know, without really losing and trying to and like getting tilted and like dropping, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean. It's kind of the idea where you learn these new things that you didn't know before, but then somehow you lose more games or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Or
and
maybe you just
I don't know if it's because like I'm like focusing on one thing, and then like I'm like not doing as well in my other aspects of the game. I don't know if my other aspects are like, you know, tanking because I'm so focused on the new things I'm learning. I don't know exactly, but I feel like I'm all over the place. So like I just need assistance in like some sort of direction of like a game plan of how to, you know.
what should you be doing from now on, I guess, or
Yeah.
what do you need to do to maybe not just improve but show results, right? It's something like
Yeah.
that.
I know one bad thing I have is, and I've been really focused, like I've been getting dominated by Wukong, and I just ban him every game now because
no.
he just obliterates me. And like he's like the specific champion that comes to mind. But like assessing my, like I've been really focused on like assessing my threats in team fights. And sometimes like I can tell like there's improvement there, but sometimes like I get like cheese ganked. And I think most of the time, for instance, like I'll be ahead in the lane, and I don't really like fall to like early ganks that much anymore. It's more of like the mid game, like as sort of like the laning phase is phasing out, like those cheese ganks that really set me back, and I'll just get ganked over and over and over again. And I believe that's like my biggest problem is like getting caught off guard by like lane ganks, like in the mid game, or like by those like really aggressive junglers. So like Wukong, like Zen, Graves, like
Right. I mean,
yeah, they're just destroying me right now.
You know, tell me if this sounds familiar. Champions that are doing successful, you know, kill you in one rotation in the mid game.
That's exactly what. Yeah, that's it.
Right. So right. We'll see what's going on. I promise you, it'll be more clear when we take a look.
Cool.
So when are any of these games fun to look at first, or is there a specific order?
I'm trying to remember which ones I. What was?
Like a Soraka.
You might need to mute these.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
Zyra support, or honestly, it shouldn't really matter overall, right?
Well, let's do this one first. Yeah, let's do this one.
Oh, this Pike skin though, hell yeah. So you say, what do you think of your laning phase?
So
good, bad, okay.
We definitely have a disadvantage because Varus has range advantage and Janna has range advantage. So I'm kind of just waiting. I mean, I guess if I can wait out Janna's shield, I can short trade, and if we can catch, but that requires Pike to land stuff. So right now, so I started Doran shield.
So sad, so close. I would say that's a great purchase.
Okay. Oh, one quick question too.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing pros still do Gathering Storm, and like there's been debate, like is it worth it still with the meta the way it is, or and like do I?
So if you look at these game timers, right?
Okay, they
27, 33, 20. When is Gathering Storm worth it?
It's at least it's like I don't know the specific stats of it, but yeah, I guess that makes sense if it's past 25 minutes, right?
You would say 30 minutes, right? So in this game, you had 3 minutes of pretty good, right? But then this game didn't even get there, right? So it really depends on how your games are going. But if these games are going on pretty long, then it could be worth, right? I would say it is worth considering, right?
Do you go like Transcendence or Celerity, or?
If I were to play Lucian, I would probably try something like Mana Flow, Gathering Storm, or Transcendence, Mana Flow, something along those lines, right?
Okay.
Maybe even Absolute Focus, since you have
I've been
the Rune King, right? Honestly, unless the game goes on like super long, it shouldn't matter too much, right?
Okay.
So let's see. How do your laning phases usually go?
Either like I smash them, or like or it goes. Either I get completely obliterated, or I do significantly okay and get a good CS lead, and like everything's fine.
So, how would you describe this laning phase thus far?
We're getting okay. Yeah, I'm getting pretty.
Oh shit! All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Okay, so in terms of the laning phase, you mentioned, yeah, they have a range advantage. They're gonna poke you out. You can't do anything unless Pike lands a hook first. So, anytime you take damage, what happened? Let's talk about it. What happened? Why do we take damage from Janna here?
Because I am focusing on because I'm not last hitting, or I'm focusing on the CS and ignoring her, allowing I'm this. Not watching her movement. I'm not strafing back when she's walking up. Am I prioritizing CS more than my health?
So can Janna W you anytime you want?
Essentially, yeah.
So if you're standing at your tower right now, can she walk up and W?
No.
If you're standing at your cannon, can she walk up and W? Okay, so what's the difference between the two?
I need us to let it push into the tower.
Not quite.
No.
What's between this position up here and this position here?
Oh,
okay.
What
things are gonna hit back if Janna goes up to throw a W in your face?
Yeah, I guess I could retaliate with a Q, but
right. So if she walks up like that and you auto attack Q, you would say that's winning, right? Because
I auto attack Q her instead of focusing the minion.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And the minions would also hit her, right? And then of course she can't stay. So that's kind of you should know what your response is when they try and pressure you, right? This is just poke champions in general. Is what are you gonna do when they come for the poke, right? Like let's say you play against Xerath, right? First time people play against Xerath, they get hit by everything, they lose the game, right? Essentially. Yeah. And then the second time they play, they say, okay, how do I not get hit? And then you notice that he'll only throw Qs when you go for minions. So you fake go for the minion, and then when he throws the Q, you don't go for the minion because you're getting hit, right? Is the general idea. All of a sudden, if you can't land anything, your blitz kind of cooks him. You guys are winning all of a sudden, right? So that's kind of the idea of what's going on. Is that we're not really preparing a response for when they walk up and pressure us, right? So like, what happened here?
I went for the cannon.
Right, but our response would be something like auto attack Q this guy, because that's you would say that's winning, right? Because how do we know it's winning? Well, he can't land his E if you dash, and Jenna, she's gonna come in for the W, but this is gonna be a really fat trade on Varus. That's you would say considered pretty good, right? But we kind of really wanted the cannon, so we killed the cannon, and then you took both hits, right? So we don't really have a response prepared, and that's the problem. So when it comes to poke champions, you need to know what you're going to do when they try and poke you, right? Let me see if I have any examples of that. Is this oh, that is loud. That is loud. Turn that down. Like who's in this lane? No, it's all a star. Let's see. Lulu. Oh man, yeah, here we go. This is gonna be good, right? Lulu's gonna try and auto attack you, right? And she's gonna try and E and whatnot. Let me see. When's the first time I get to hit her? Here we go. So, what do you think my response is when she tries to hit me?
You hit her back.
Right. I'm gonna hit her back because we hit harder, right? How much harder did we hit?
Yeah.
Pretty hard, right? And we don't even have like long sword or anything. We just have straight boots. So the idea is that for whatever reason you're gonna outtrade, go for it. Right. The reason why you call champions like Janna poke and not necessarily trade, you don't really call Janna trade as much because she doesn't have she's more centered around her W poke, right, instead of her shield trading. But let's just say, for example, that she can only poke, right? So if she goes for a poke and you go for a trade, who's gonna win? The poke or the guy who can trade, right?
The trade, yeah.
Right. So if your champion can trade, and you probably have a way to fight back when they try and bully you like that. Now let's say, for example, you're playing Twitch. Okay, how do you trade? It's pretty hard, right?
Yeah, it's extended.
Right,
like with Lucian, it's short trade, so it'd be pretty easy to retaliate, right?
Your response would have to be something like, throw a W in her face before she walks up or something like that. It's strange. It's not the same. But with something like Lucian, which is what you play, something like Varus, you can have a response prepared, right, to win. You just say something like, you're losing more HP than me in this. So yeah, because we got hit by a bunch of poke, we kind of have no control over the lane.
Is this correct? Me trying to freeze it in front of the tower?
Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't do it. You lost so much HP. There's nothing else you can do. You're just trying to hold on to your health here. This gank is not working. I don't know why they're doing this, but
this was.
Let's just fast forward past this. Yeah, that's not good. So this is why sometimes where I don't want to say this is why laning is important, but this is why this is how laning can have an impact on the rest of your teammates. Is if you have a good laning phase, jungle is gonna have an easy time, right? If you have a poor laning phase, things like this might happen.
A force
or they're gonna dive you, right? Like let's go back to this example where. Let me see. Whatever. You're like 1 HP right here, right? This is a dive, right? Or they push you in and you have to base, right? So this is just straight up laning against poke. Or you could even say laning with a champion that has skill shot abilities, okay? You gotta let them go first, always, right? Otherwise, you try and not do anything proactive, right? You try and do kind of reactive moves, right? Assuming 2v2, of course, right? So our problem right now is just laning is kind of sad, but oh, that's not working either. Okay, so seems like you guys are losing the game just straight off of laning phase, and it's not like completely your fault, right? It's Shaco's trying to gank for you, but maybe he just doesn't know that's bad, right? So the fact we haven't died is actually pretty good. I think that sure, we got hit by a bunch of poke, but sure, we're down a bunch of CS, but we haven't died yet. So the problem is just that we are kind of taking it up the butt without any response. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep in mind that when you play against different kinds of bot laners, if you ever hear me talk about like lane matchups and stuff like that, like, oh, there's cash, there's poke, there's trade, so the way you prepare a response against an all-in is different from poke champion, right? So for poke champions is, can I hit him back? If you can't, you gotta walk away, okay, or you have to dodge it, right? If you can hit him back, then you bait him into, you know, Jen is gonna walk up in W, you hit back, right, and then you can instantly retreat or you can keep going, right. Against all in, it'd be something like, oh, make sure you flash the important ability, like you're gonna flash alley combo or something like that. Same thing with catch, right. Against sustain, it's you don't take trades no matter what, in a way, right. So the response is different for pretty much any kind of bot lane there is, but in the end, the goal is the same. How can I get an advantage off the matchup, right? So here is just straight up. We're just waiting for him to do this, and then you can kill him. This is winning, right? You guys go in and maybe you can find something, or maybe you don't know where Graves is. Graves is top, whatever. But this could be really good here, but it's fine. All right, we're just waiting for opportunities like that until something really good comes up, right? Other than that, we don't want to fall into the enemy win condition. I think is what's going on here. Is just we just ate a bunch of poke in the beginning, and then I think we're fine. We're fine now, right? But the damage has been done because Shaco made some bad decisions off that. Oh, okay, this is free. Let's go. Okay, sure. What happened here? Let's talk about this. Pause. What are we gonna do?
I didn't have enough mana.
Okay. Yeah. You didn't have enough mana for full rotation.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is kind of what happens in the game is that, okay, sometimes, you know, all of a sudden we don't have enough mana. What do? We do the next best thing, which is make sure you know which abilities you need to use and which abilities you do not. And make sure you don't use those abilities that you do not. Like, here's a common problem when playing Twitch. A lot of players will throw a W and be like, oh shit, I don't have enough mana for my ulti. Right, so here is the same thing, right? We use our W and we don't have enough mana for our Q or ulti, which is, I would say, our important abilities, right? So this is just it's very similar to what we were talking about before when they were trying to poke you. What's your response, right? You're gonna hit back, you're gonna throw Q, and then that's it. You're good to go. This is when your team, you know, finds someone or there's a fight breaking out. What are you gonna do? Right, and here I think you played very reactively in terms of we're gonna throw all our abilities into her face, which is, you know, it's gonna work, except this time it didn't work because you didn't have mana, right? So it's kind of hard to say, but
so really I feel like essentially I'm just playing reactively,
right? You're not really sure what's going on next is the idea, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you have an idea, but you're not actively thinking about it, right? And then of course, you know, all of this is happening because of oh Jesus, these guys demolished. Right, now game is basically over because yeah, laning phase wasn't the best, but Shaco kind of threw, and then we got a good hook, but then we didn't have a great response. So everything's kind of going poorly, right?
I think I end up coming back though, but I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not, when I say game over, I mean like it's really hard. It's not actually game over, but right. It's just I think the we need to have an idea of what we're going to do if this happens.
Yeah.
For example, right? Let's say for example Varus is gonna ulti you in an all-in 1v1. What do you do?
I try and dodge the ult, and then
with what? Well, let's say you have flash, right?
Flash or E.
Okay, yeah, you can use E, but I think there's a chance of you getting hit if you use E.
Yeah.
It's something like, oh, we're gonna flash, and then you say, I'm gonna dump my whole kit into his face, and you win, right? Something like that. So it's the same thing, except now it's okay. When you follow up, what are you gonna do, right? You're gonna walk up, auto attack Q, or you're gonna dash in, auto attack Q, or something.
And when you get in that, do you think of that like when he's walking up, like let's say Pyke went up to, you know, hook.
Oh yeah. Like
you think that when you see him start to move up,
the instant you think something's gonna happen, this is you need to start planning out your moves, right?
So like right
you see something like this, you probably say something like, we're going to say something like, oh, if he lands hook, I'm gonna do this, right? Or maybe you think this is 100% bad because they're junglers here, then you back ping and say, if he lands hook, I'm not doing anything, right? That's kind of how you can make sure that no bad outcomes come out of this. Is that you already know what's going to happen next is the idea. So, you know, the reason why this goes poorly is because, you know, we tried to follow up, but we didn't really think it through, and then we end up dashing away, right? So you try to like half help him, half not help him.
Yeah, I was like hesitant.
It didn't really make sense, right? Yeah. Well, you guys got the kill, but oh, goodbye. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was just I think that's it's a what's it called? It seems like a common what's it called? Thing in your gameplay. What's a better word for thing? Common occurrence in your gameplay, I would say, right? Okay, what's going on here? He's gonna kill you if you're not careful. He has Gunsies. Oh, Monka X.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this dodge. Wait, are you a god? Right. So this is exactly what you need to do. But here what was the problem here though?
He had Genzus and I didn't have work.
All right, you're 100% losing no matter what.
And he has levels on me. Like I didn't. Yeah.
The level matters a little bit less than the item.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way you're gonna win that. Literally.
Plus
no
minions. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking.
Maybe you're saying something like I'm gonna go for a fat trade and then I can sustain up, right? Maybe that has some merit, I would say. But I don't know if you were aiming for that. So
I think I was just like focusing on the sea. I don't know. I think I just tunneled there. I don't know.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Push this out, sure. Okay, this is not a good spot. You guys are dying to a gank. Oh, you guys are dunzo. You guys are dunzo. Oh, Jesus, leave him to die. Well, maybe an ulti, but you gotta. Oh, that's a fat ulti. Yeah, you want to run though. Okay,
yeah, but I ended up dying for it.
So let's figure out what happened in this segment of the game. Okay, so this fat trade just happened. What do you do next? Or what should you do next?
Ward the bush, or
let's say he just based right now. So what's gonna happen in the next 30 seconds?
He's gonna be back in lane.
Okay, so if you stay, or
he's gonna be back with as. Okay, I see what you're saying, and it's a cannon wave, so I don't know why. Okay, yeah, I mean, I should, I guess, back.
Well, if you back here, what happens to the wave?
Just gonna push in the tower, maybe. Well,
into their tower, right?
Yeah.
If the wave meets on your side of
yeah. Okay, yeah, because I'll be back. Will it really push that fast?
Oh yeah, you're gonna lose all these minions. It's gonna push that fast. It's you're basing and walking back, and then you get to the minions, and by that time they're all dead.
Okay,
right?
okay,
so,
yeah.
It's just that we base and come back is really slow. So you can't base here, right? But you don't want to stay here long enough for the next wave to get here, right? So what's the solution? If you can shove this out. Yeah, you can shove this out, right? Because
my concern was I remember now. I was thinking I just didn't want it to freeze like under their turret.
Right.
Like,
so let's say we don't fast push this and we just slow push, right? And
okay.
The next wave comes in, and then now what happens when they fight you and you're trying to push, and you don't know where their jungler is, right? So we have a problem. Is that they can freeze this, and you can't really stop it unless you know where their jungler is, right?
Okay.
So that's the issue here, right?
I see.
Now,
yeah. Okay.
This is if you want to get more advanced. This is something like you could do something like this if Shaco's here, and you're trying to bait them into stopping you from hard shoving this in or whatever. But basically, if you can push it into their tower, you should do it. Okay, when in doubt, because I think at this rank it's more liable to end up like something like this, and then. Their mid's missing, their jungle could be on the way, even though you have try warded. This is actually a really nice ward, but it looks really dicey. You're under the tower, he's gonna ult you, right? Is the problem, which is I think is what's happening, right?
I see, yeah, I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
It's not into their tower, right? So let's say you base now, what happens?
Now I lose. Yeah, I'm gonna lose
like 2 waves or something like that. A wave and a half. I don't know, something like that. It's not looking good. So yeah, if when in doubt, right? If you can shove it into their tower, shove it into their tower.
Okay.
Otherwise, last hit. Okay. Here it was just poor wave management made it really impossible for us to have a good result here. Right? You just had a choice between bad and worse, which is base because you can't do anything, or stay, right? And oh, this guy's dying. Oh no, I don't know if you want to dash in there. Wait, he went for Pike. Okay, I guess it's fine. You just kill him. Sure. You might want to use Blade of the Rain King. Okay, let's talk about this.
Oh, I didn't even use Blade there. What?
Let's talk about this. Same thing with our response in terms of what are we gonna do. So, let's say you're gonna fight this guy. What should your optimal response be? Just take as much time as you need to plan this out, because all you have to do is think about this once. This is your killing response, right? I'm gonna dump as much damage into his face as fast as possible. So how do you do it?
I'm gonna auto attack W, auto attack. I'm gonna save my E for I don't know which is what's the one he I haven't played Graves in I haven't played Graves since its rework. What's the one where he shoots out the thing and it explodes or it drops? Yeah,
the screen.
No, the other one.
The The one that pushes him back, or the one that goes out in a straight line?
The straight line, yeah.
Yeah, this is Q, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna E is Q, auto, Q, auto. And just kind of keep kiting him, I guess. I don't.
Right. So so your plan is right click him, use your abilities maximum value, use your E to dodge his Q. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So what was wrong with this picture?
I dashed in. Yeah. Okay. I didn't use my abilities to their full value, and I put myself in danger, and I didn't use Bork.
There's no real danger here, right? In terms of
I was pretty scared of him.
Well, actually, when you dash in, I think you're dying here, but it's no danger because it's 2v1. All you have to do is just walk up to him. All you have to do is walk up to him, right? Is the issue. Yeah. And then we kind of half-assed it, so he's getting away, right? So we didn't really. Yeah, Janet's shield's kind of unlucky, but you know maybe we needed to use our blade.
Use Bork.
I think. Oh my God! What?
Yeah, I don't know how I got him.
This minion is legit. This minion auto attack is legit following him. Holy shit! All right, so this is just the thing that you need to do, especially on Lucian, is you need to ask yourself, you know, what specific actions am I gonna do for this fight? Or let's say they're chasing us. Let's say we're gonna engage, etc. What is your game plan? It seems like you're just playing.
Yeah, reactively.
Right. You're just. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't seem like you have a game plan, right? So like what you just told me, you're gonna use your E to dodge his Q, and then you're gonna auto cancel all your abilities, right? That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's what you do. So you walk up, do that, and then on top of that, you say maybe something like, "I'm gonna Bork first," right? That makes it super easy. But here,
should I always Bork first in that situation?
That didn't really make sense. So Bork has best value when they're trying to chase or run away, right?
Yeah, I know. I use it all the time when they're running. I thought I don't know.
But let's say you're not sure, then I don't know. You might as well use it. Bork is not something that's easy to use for good value, but you know, if you're not sure, then just use it first so you don't forget. Better top wins every game. You just suicided at your outer tower, excuse me?
Yeah.
He gave him a 700 gold shutdown to you, Lucian. Okay, seems good. Sure, pushes out. Oh, okay, what's going on here? So this dude is missing. Oh, you can kill this guy for sure. Oh, what happened here? How do we know? How did we know you could kill him? How did I know you could kill him?
Minions.
What do you think? Your minions aren't gonna. Let's pretend no minions are here. You're still killing him.
Oh, 2v1.
No. Okay. That is actually very true. 2v1. But let's pretend it's a 1v1. How do you know? How do I know that you can just straight up kill him? What would be the plan of action that tells us this is winning, even if he hits us with ulti?
I feel like, well, what's his? I don't know. Is it my Borg power spike? Do I do more? I don't know.
So how does Varus kill someone?
His auto attack and then E.
Okay, true. But let's say he auto attacks you 3 times, lands his E. Is that killing you?
No.
I would say no, right? So how does Varus kill someone? He needs to have Gunsu stacks first.
Yeah.
Right? So he has no Gunsu stacks, which is how we know you're automatically winning this, right? Because how does Lucian kill someone? It's the same thing. Whether there's no stacking here, you just kill him. You can kill him at any time, essentially, right?
Okay.
You can just dump your full combo into his face. So he's missing part of his kit that makes him work, which is the Gunsu stacking, and you're not missing anything. Okay, maybe you're missing W, but you're not really missing anything, right? So you can even look at this and oh, you're hitting this guy and you're actually winning pretty hard, right? Without Pike. Look at this, right? Well, you didn't even need Pike here. It's just that you needed to know that you didn't have to run, and then you're 100% 1v1, for example, right? You can even do something cheeky like dash into his face, auto attack, and then ulti him down, like run him down, right? So the idea I think that we want to get at here is you need to have a plan of action for fights at the very least. Okay, whenever a fight's breaking out, you need to ask yourself, what am I going to do? So if your response is run, you're just going to dash out. Okay, if your response is to fight, we're going to say, okay, when am I going to use my ulti and when am I going to use my dash or whatever. And then hopefully using your Q would be like autopilot, right? You shouldn't have to think about it too much, right? Unless you think he's going to flash it or something crazy. but yeah, the big idea is that I feel like you didn't know what you were gonna do when he came. I mean, it looked like your plan was just hit the minions more, right?
Yep.
So that's the big idea, right? It was a really cool dash, but you know, I think dashing into his face would have been cooler.
Yeah, you're totally right.
You guys end up killing him, which is good. I think basing here is fine. I don't know what Pyke is doing. He's just dead. Yeah, you don't bother with that. So I think we have some pretty good ideas of kind of the stuff we end up doing ends up being what we want, just not fully fleshed out, right? Like, oh, fighting or not fighting or anything like that. You kind of have the right idea. Like here, it's like we're fighting. Okay, seems good. We don't really need to, what's it called?
Dash.
It's like you had like a good, like, it seemed like you didn't need to plan this out because it's just straightforward, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly wait a minute, this is exactly what you should have done when you were fighting Graves the first time, right? So I don't know what happened between this and that time, but it's really strange. But here I think we just chased super hard, and that was really awkward. So
yeah, that was.
Let's be honest, this didn't have to be an Ari. This could have been a Varus, and then Ari could have come out or something like that, or anything crazy like that. So what do you think happened here?
I didn't have any vision, and I just didn't think about that. I didn't think about them roaming. Yeah.
This is true, but how do you fix this for future games, for example, or future situations?
I could have used my scrying orb.
Nah, I would say that's probably too over the top. Let's say you don't have it. Because you're not always going to have your blue trinket, right?
Proactively expect the Ari to be there and use my E to dodge the charm. I mean,
that's kind of crazy, but it's that is possible, right? You're fake chasing, and then you're saying I'm gonna dodge Ari charm, but she can also do something like E flash and we're screwed, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you can dodge that in time. So the thing here is what's a golden rule of League that we're breaking? Since the days of Singed.
Don't chase.
Right. So how do you know? You know, that's the problem here. Is you're chasing him. Okay, stop. How do you catch up?
We don't.
You can't, right? It's only Shaco. Shaco doesn't need you if he's catching up or whatever. So you don't chase. Stop chasing.
Okay.
The second thing to note here is the first thing you do in a chase situation, or what I do is I look at the map and I say, okay, who's coming? Because they're literally on the way, right? If you flip the teams and you see your jungler being chased, you're gonna come.
Yeah.
And you're trying to land a skill shot into the face of whoever's chasing, right? So those are two things you can consider is. First of all, the chase doesn't work. He's walking away. And second of all, if we look at the map, it'll tell us that people are on the way, right? If anyone is on the way, that bodes ill news for us, right? So chasing, I think, was a problem there. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Does this look like a good fight or no?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I would say we don't want to join this. Maybe you can one-shot Janna by yourself. But I don't know if we want to play this slowly for sure, right? Oh, we're dead because oh, okay, we're out. Never mind. We didn't go join. Good. Yeah. You don't want to hit this guy. Don't hit this guy. Run!
Now I'm dead.
You're dying. Yeah, you're dying. Okay.
Oh wait, I think actually.
Okay. Well, we're actually out, but we're out, but we used our ulti, so that's kind of awkward, right? Okay, so let's talk about this. What's going on here? This is some kind of decision-making idea here, right? What's going on?
I'm playing reactively. I'm like, do I go in? Do I not go in?
All right, what's the plan here that tells you this is really good or really bad?
Well, they're outnumbered, or we're outnumbered. I mean, and we're cut off.
Yeah, your Cled's not coming, and team is already dead, right? So if you're looking for something here, it's we can kill this Janna. But that's about it, right?
I was kind of like playing with that idea. I remember, I was like, well, I don't know if I can 100% kill her, and then Ari's just gonna come kill me instantly. So like, yeah, I was trying to like get something out of the situation.
Right. There's nothing. If you want to get something, what would that something be? What do you think? There's a fight going on. You can't help this fight no matter what.
Push the mid wave.
Yeah. Push the mid wave, and then you got something, right? You can even try and aim tower if they do dragon or something like that. But we're trying to help a losing situation here, right? Your mindset here shouldn't be, how do I save this? You can't save this. It should be, what can I get, right? And okay, maybe we can find Janna here. If that doesn't work, or for whatever reason you think you can't do this, then you push out mid, right? Or maybe you say we can hide in the bush. Well, we can't really fight these guys, right? It doesn't make sense. I think is the problem here, right? I think we need to know. It's clear that you make a decision. You know, okay, now we fight, or kind of now we try and hit this guy, but it seems like we're not very certain when those situations appear. Like it has to happen in the moment before we realize it. And what we kind of want is if these conditions occur, we will do this. You want to be like a robot, right? You don't want to look at it from a present perspective of, oh, it looks good now, we should join in. We should look at it as if, you know, this happens, we're going to go in. Like, let's say, for example, if Pike lands hook, we're going to go in, right? Or if he misses hook, we're gonna run like hell, right? There's nothing going on here, something like that. That's kind of the mindset I think will help you the most in terms of playing this out. Because, you know, let's say we want to join this fight. Okay, at what moment do you think you should join this fight? Oh, okay, looks like the enemy team is just straight. Kled ulti goes in, right? So how do we do it? Well, you're gonna auto attack. I think here it was just a mechanical error, but
yep.
You had the right idea here, right? It's just the earlier times it's not quite clear, if that makes any sense. Right?
Do you have like any tips on how to like get in that mindset? Like
right. So this is the idea: is you want to fight. Let's say, as a general example, 2v2, and you have a catch support. When he lands his thing, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna go. You're gonna go in.
You're either gonna go in, or you say it's too far away, I'm not gonna go in, right? So you will have a certain point where you say, if it's over here, I'm gonna go auto tag E, auto tag Q, auto, right, or something like that. Or if it's back here, we're not gonna go in. We can't follow up on that. And then you just keep that in the back of your head, right? Because as long as you've thought it out and laid down that plan, you will be able to execute, right? You play Lucian a bunch of times. You will be able to say, if I say you're gonna flash Varus ulti and an all in. You're gonna throw. You can use your abilities and auto cancel without, you know, worrying about it, and then just make sure your brain is working for Flash's ulti, right? Good to go, right? Yeah. No problem. So when it comes to following up stuff, you know, you should be able to do something like dash in, auto attack cancel Q, right, or something like that, right? Or maybe we say something like, we're gonna follow up and then make sure we flash Alistar combo that's coming first, or something like that, right?
Okay.
You know what you're gonna do beforehand is the idea. So, oh, this is really awkward.
Yeah, I thought she wasn't going on me. I thought she had charm up. Maybe she. I don't know if she is. I can't remember.
I think there is an issue of map awareness as well, right? When we're
oh yeah, she did use charm. Okay.
Right, we're trying to focus on whenever it seems like whenever you're focused. This is like a common problem, right? Is when people are trying to hit people or kill people. This is the only thing they see. Right, but the first consideration is always, where's everyone else?
Right.
Similar to how we were chasing Graves, I think is what's going on here. I'm just confused at what's going on here. I'm like, you guys got tower, what's going on now? what should we do? We just want to push, right? We don't want to do anything crazy here. We just want to push and then bounce, right? And then this looks super. Oh, actually, we did get him, so it looks super juicy. So we won't worry about this too much. But I think that it is a tower that, you know, we don't know where Ari is. Ari's off the map. You know, she kind of disappeared, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? Wow, what's going on over there? Okay, maybe we can join this one. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Trindamir's not here. We can go. Oh, okay, this is not good. Kappa. Oh, one shot. Oh, Shaco. Oh, he flashed. Oh, this is done. Oh, is it done? I think this is... Okay, I would say this is... Okay, you don't want to chase that for sure. Wow. So, what's going on through my mind when I'm saying this is, how do you know you want to fight? Under what condition would you want to fight? What do you think? Like, remember how we were saying something like, oh, Pike lands his hook. That's an indicator that tells me that I want to fight. That's my condition, I would say. So,
Shaco catches Varus, and man, I'm not used to this. This is interesting. Okay.
Right, because right now this is technically 3v4, right? There's Trindamirs coming. So under what condition would you guys want to make this happen?
Right. We're able to like insta-gib either Varus or Janna.
Yes, yeah, we're looking to insta-kill someone, right? And then when I was saying it's taking too long, the condition is broken. You gotta run because it's taking too long. Tryndamere is coming, right? But you guys end up killing him super quick because when he flashed out, that was super Monka-esque, right? But then you killed Janna super quick, which is nice. And then now you guys want to run, right? This is a chase, so
Okay.
This is very much League is very much about the
Small
basic
wins.
components. That's true, small wins too. But in terms of like the same concepts are applying, right? In terms of we're chasing here, don't chase, or if there's a fight breaking out, what's our response, right? It's all the same ideas, just at the higher level, it's just all put at together, like chained together, if that makes any sense, right? So the thing that's okay, this guy just died. The thing I think that's really gonna help you most is when you want to fight, what's your response, and what tells you want to fight, right? So if this happens, I want to do this. Is I think the idea you wanna come up with. Oh, you can. What's going on here? Let's talk about this. So if there's something going on mid and you just pushed out bot, which is good by the way, and you want to join this fight, how do you do it?
Chase. I was thinking of this backing. I think the plan I was buying and then joining them. So I thought we could hold it off in time.
Okay. So let's say you base and then you run from base. What direction are you coming into this fight? From behind, right?
Yeah.
Or from in front, I guess. What if you cut in through the river?
I could flank them, but then I'd be in danger from Graves.
Okay, so let's say you stand close enough that he feels pressured, but not so close that he's gonna one-shot you, right? Then
Okay.
It's the same as It's not the same as it's better than if you were to come in from the front, right? Because champions don't want to come in from the front. Okay, let's say this is like a Talon or something like that. Okay, then we can come in from the side, right? It doesn't make sense. But none of these guys can really insta kill you or anything
I see
like
what
that.
you're saying.
They can't lock you down, right? Champions that want to come in from the back is something like I hesitate to say stuff like Kog'Maw because he too can come in from the side, right? As long as you keep your distance, you have good positioning, all that stuff. It's just we're not getting to this fight in time. Is if you come in, if you just base,
I see.
right? If you come in from behind them, you can do something like stand around and then they try and chase you. You call them, right? Anything like that, or maybe you find an opportunity, you dash in. Right?
Just really relieving pressure off the turret, too, right?
Sure. That's true because in a sense that if they keep hitting the tower, you're gonna come up and kill them all, right? It's just you're not gonna join this fight if you base. Is the problem?
Okay.
So you want to run straight here.
Okay.
For sure. And then we kind of didn't make it in time, so that's unfortunate. But definitely want to kill this guy. Oh, he's just dead. Seems good. Push. You don't want to hit this tower, I don't think. Okay. If Lux is looking for binds, actually, this could be good. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't think so, right? If Lux misses this bind, you're all screwed. Okay. They didn't keep going.
You know what's funny? I constantly like say, I know Saber said I shouldn't hit this tower, but I go to a tower.
You guys are so fucked, right? So what happens here is, okay, let's talk about this. So what's going on here? Did we see Varus use his ulti? Okay, Varus is bot. So let's say that this is 3v4 because Varus is coming up now. If this Graves flashes that bind and then is cutting you guys out, Tryndamere's coming in from behind. You guys got used 3v4. Is losing, right? So that's the problem with this picture is that you guys had the potential to lose Baron. And what was the reward? There is no reward. How much damage did you do to this tower?
Yeah, barely any.
Like nothing. Like so, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, you want to go for tower when you have a reason to. Like they're all dead, or let's say it's 5v5 under the tower. You have a Xerath and a Nivea. That seems good.
Yeah, I guess I was taking your principle too literally, like where like if I don't hit the tower, I just I stay with them, but I don't hit it. I guess I didn't really think of it that sense of don't even attempt like being in that area.
It doesn't it doesn't really logically make sense. Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing to gain, right? Okay, if this Kled is not coming, you guys might have problems. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this is real awkward. You're dying. Okay, you gotta. Oh wow, he is so screwed. Wait, you guys are winning this.
Nope.
You guys are not winning this. All of a sudden, you guys are not winning this. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. So break down your Lucian play for me and tell me, is this part good, this part bad? What's going on?
I dashed in for no reason. I dashed in aggressively when I could have used my E to dodge. Like I could have dodged it here. I could have dodged the Graves Q. I could have used the E to dodge Ari's Charm, or I could have used the E, saved it, and used it for the Tryndamere. I didn't bork the Tryndamere. I was just playing reactively. Like I didn't have a really game plan.
Right. There was no real idea of what's going on here, right? We're not really flashing anything. It doesn't really make sense. We didn't use our E for a specific purpose, right? So we kind of there was like a fight, but we were making some strange moves, right? So what should the idea here be? Okay, so the first thing you look at is, like you said, back before we started watching the replay, is like, oh, you're figuring out what's gonna kill you in fights. So in this fight, what's gonna kill you if you get hit by it?
Ari Charm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Graves can instantly kill me, and if he did a full rotation.
Let's talk about specific abilities. Like if this ability hits you, you're dead.
Graves Q, Graves alt.
No, you're still fine, right? Just like maybe a third of your health at the most.
Yeah.
So, like you said, Charm, you're gonna die because why? Because you can't move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just gonna kill you. So what else on their team?
Trainer's slow.
You have Blade of the Ring King, and you have your dash, and you have your W. So you have three ways out, I would say. And you have Flash. Wait, did I say Flash?
Verisalt.
You have 5 ways out. Yeah, Verisalt, right? So Verisalt and Ari Charm. And if you want to get crazy, something like Charm Flash Charm or Ulti Flash, right? With Varus.
Yeah,
but
right.
Don't worry about that for now, okay? That's just like, worry about just the regular abilities. Just Charm, just Ulti. Okay, are they in range?
No.
So what's your job here?
Kite out.
Or
wait for them to show up and use their stuff, and then
when you're hitting the closest guy, what's your standard approach to hitting the closest guy?
Doing as much damage to them as possible while staying safe and waiting and like looking out for Ari and the Verisalt.
Okay, perfect. So how do we do most damage possible?
Doing a rotation, auto Q, like auto canceling with abilities and kiting back.
This is all true. This is all true. So what's the specific rotation of abilities, would you say? As long as you have one way to do it, we're happy. But how come we're not happy when we look at this picture? Did we miss anything? Did we kind of miss anything here?
I didn't E. I could have implemented the E in that rotation and dodged Graves Q. Maybe. No.
That's like you don't worry about stuff like that. You don't need to worry about stuff like that. It's like yeah, you can use your E in the damage rotation because they're too far away, and then maybe you're saying something like E will be back up. But even if we didn't use our E, what's wrong here? We're still missing damage, right? Is the problem.
Okay.
So let's go into a practice tool, okay? And then I think it will be more clear there.
Kind of missing it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like Lucian is a champion that's very much if you make mechanical mistakes, all of a sudden you're losing damage somehow, right? Versus something like Ashe where you can't really, the only thing you can do is like auto cancel. Like accidentally cancel your auto attack, and then that's how you lose damage. With Lucian, it's really easy to mess up, what's it called? Like miss some damage somehow, right? So let's pick Lucian real quick, and then make sure we press the attack. Sure. So here's some kind of shortcuts you can use to make sure that you're always doing the most damage you can possibly do. Okay, so as long as you stick to these basic combos on Lucian, you can't really go wrong, is the idea. And the reason why we use this, even though sometimes it may seem limiting, like, oh, how come we use the combo in this order, it's because it's probably the best order there is, right, in terms of being able to output damage. Or let's say you want to do maximum damage but save your E. How do you do it? You should know that off the top of your head without having to think about it, right?
Well, say
again?
Well, couldn't you use E first? If you, by the time your full rotation's done, you'll have your E back up, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, let's say.
Is that what you're
Let
trying
me
to
throw
get
you
at?
some specific examples where.
Okay.
Let me show you some specific examples, or throw you some specific examples. Let's say this is a Jenna. Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Turn all this stuff off. It's kind of annoying. Actually, better yet, let's go to this here, right? And let's throw in our dummy, and then let's throw in this guy. Okay, let's say this is a Jenna, the first one here, right? You can see my cursor now, right?
Yep.
Click. So this is a Jenna, this is an Ari. Why do we need to save our E if we're doing full damage to Jenna?
Because we gotta wait for the REE.
Exactly. So this is an example of we're gonna one-shot this Jenna and make sure we dodge the charm. So if we say that's our game plan when you're coming into this fight, let's say you're running in here. You say save E for charm, and then you just kill this guy. And you save your E for charm, and you dodge your charm. That's how you do it, right? But the problem is that we're kind of missing the step of how do we don't have a preset combo for this guy, right? In terms of how do we do maximum amount of damage. So it could be something like
that's what I was thinking. Auto W,
right?
yeah, auto Q.
But the problem with this dragon fight is that we didn't have anything. We went for the Q first, and then we did.
Oh.
And then it's very different, right? In terms of the damage output you're doing and how fast you're doing. So let me throw a different dummy. So this is kind of what we would like to see if you're not under any pressure, right? So what's our full combo damage rotation look like?
Auto W, yeah.
Right, like this.
Yep.
Right. So that's how you'd say is full damage, basic abilities, use everything. That's how you do it. That's the first thing that should kind of come to mind, right? And then something like let's say you're just trying to use everything without your E, then you have to remember your auto cancel everything, right? Or whoops, I accidentally used my E there. Hold up. Right. So we used the difference was that we snuck an auto in before we used our Q. Right. And so the reason why we're kind of nitpicking is because we kind of missed our auto cancels, and then we also used our E, and we also threw our W into the dragon or something like that, right? So we're kind of not being as useful as we could have been.
Okay.
It's kind of what I'm trying to get at, and this is just purely on a fighting basis, right? And this is the kind of thing where that'll help you with your. This is my plan when Pike lands hook. What do I do? Full damage combo, right? You don't have to think about it. He lands hook, you instantly go for that.
Right.
You can even do something like, let's say you're far away and Pike goes for it. You can do something like, and get in there. Well, I actually screwed that up. That was embarrassing. Hold up. You can even like flash forward, right? As long as you're making sure you're getting the full damage combo, you're really happy, right? And then this will even apply in cases where I'm pushing this wave, right? I'm pushing this wave, and Varus is coming, right? If he comes for me, I'm gonna do full damage combo, right? So something like, and you're winning, right? I'm actually screwing these up pretty bad, right? And then you're automatically winning because everything's already pre-planned, right? And this is off the basis that you win 1v1 or whatever reason, right? And you don't need your E. So that's kind of the idea, is that you need to make sure that when you're playing Lucian, you know your game plan in terms of how you do damage, right? Because I think we're just missing too much during these fights.
Yeah, I don't know why I W'd there. That didn't make any sense.
Right. So the rest of this fight is just, it turns out to be strange because now I don't know what's going on, but I think, you know, Shaco went for a steal. things are kind of weird because of that, right? But sure, okay, let's say we're still out. Here we still have a tunnel vision problem, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we kind of tried to chase, and then all of a sudden they're all here, and then we're kind of messed up. We're kind of screwed, right? So this is another thing where, let's say they're coming for you. They have an assassin, or they have someone who's gonna dash on you. Then something that's good for Lucian could be something like, I'm gonna do as much damage as possible, and then I'm stand next to the wall and dash over when they come for me, right? That's another plan you can use for in fights when you think you need to escape, right? But that's kind of what's going on in this picture, is that we're kind of using our abilities, and it doesn't really make sense, right? Like here, for example, right? Let's talk about this. We're trying to defend. This is not happening. Shaco's killing himself. That's really awkward, but he's just dead. But, you know, what happened here?
We got caught by the Bear Assault.
Well, let's talk about, you know, what could we have done better? Although this fight is
okay.
over, I think.
I didn't have to use W, and
right? I would say we could have saved our W because that's part of our full damage combo that we need.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then what happened to our dash?
I usually get out of the Varus ult, but I didn't need to.
Right. We would say something like, I think you could have walked out here. Right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, what happened to our ulti? Right.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't make. We're kind of using the abilities just because we can, and I think that it's really important to save them so that when you are ready to fight or you have some sort of plan of mind, they're available, right? This game is just kind of it's kind of dunzo. Partly because what was it? It's like these mid game areas, right, where everyone just ends up dying. Wait, did we miss this? Did we miss this fight somehow?
No.
Oh, this is sorry. You guys one shot them. Okay, so how'd you guys just straight up lose? They just let me see.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think we had a bad path to this fight. So, why is this fight in your favor? What do you think?
We're collapsing on them, and it's a numbers advantage, and Ari's going back, and Janet's half health.
Agreed. Numbers advantage.
And it's at their tower.
Even better, yeah, and they're hitting tower, right? So you guys have some kind of positional advantage. So Chindamir's not coming. His TP doesn't do anything. Let's be honest. Ari's basing, so if she completes, you have even bigger numbers advantage. And even though Shaco died, he did something, right? So this is automatically winning. All I had to go do is come help here, I think. But I think we kind of based, and it kind of we missed out on our opportunity here. But okay, and then here, we're kind of hitting tower, but somehow we didn't get punished. And then, it was this fight, I think. I think if we stayed alive here, we could have found something productive to do. Like maybe we could have saved the fight for sure. Like let's take a look at this Ari. Can you full damage combo her if you had everything up? Yeah. I would say so. You can one shot her, right? We're playing Lucian with press the attack. So she's actually dying. We didn't even touch her, right? So that just goes to show that we're kind of able to do stuff here, but it's really unfortunate that we got baited by Chindamer, and then they got Baron, right? The fact of if we had lived, we could stop this Baron, I think, by ourselves not by ourselves, but with Pyke. So yeah, I think that they just got Baron, and then you guys lost the fight, and it was over. But the bigger picture is that our fighting seems kind of strange in terms of the way we use our abilities and what we think we're gonna do next, right? So this is like the easy fix for the fighting is make sure that when you are trying to do full damage, you know what the plan is, right? Or it's like ingrained into your system, okay? Like making sure that okay, we're gonna fight. You don't dash first, or if you're dashing, you're auto canceling the dash, right? Auto canceling your Q, right? All that stuff is super important for Lucian.
Right.
This is the only thing Lucian can do is do damage. So this is super important that we don't miss anything that's kind of free. And then for laning, this is kind of.
So quick question on the So I heard for this meta because scuttles are so important. I put my ward right by the scuttle there in that bush. To start off. Is that a good move?
Right, that's a good move.
Okay.
If their jungler show goes for it, you'll know. Lee will kind of, if they don't go for it, Lee will also have some kind of information, right?
Okay, good. Because I hear like placing wards at level 1 is like important now. Right.
Because level 2 ganks and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Is very common. I think this idea of what's your game plan is super important because it's
short trade. Dodge the Bard and then short trade because I have Soraka.
Like
if I can avoid getting caught by Jhin and Bard, I can do short trades.
Right, but more of a smaller scale instead of just laning ideas, right? Like, what would you have done if he threw that Q at you?
Responded with the Q or auto.
So is that winning or losing?
Winning.
Why is it winning?
More damage done to him? I don't know.
I would say that's the idea is that you do more damage, right? But since it's Bard, you don't. This is how we know that it's not actually quite winning if you go for the auto Q, if you go for the trade with him, right? Because if he lands this, you it's definitely not.
Well, it sort of is though, right? Because we have Soraka sustain.
No. We're talking about level 1 here.
Oh, level 1. Okay.
So
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of later in the game. Yes, you're gonna want to go for trades because you're just gonna heal up and you guys are winning. Straight
I
up,
see.
right?
Yeah, for level 1.
But
Play,
yeah,
yeah.
these cases like this, especially I'm pretty sure if you had like a Janna or anything else like that, we'll kind of play the same way, and we need to make sure that we are ready for what they're gonna do. I think is the big idea. Like make sure you're gonna do this if they do this, okay? And you have like some kind of game plan in mind. Oh wow, what's going on here, right? So even something like this, right? When you're trying to go for minions like this, what are you gonna do if they hit you? You can't do anything, right? So I think we kind of want to. This is a different case of you want to save your Q here, right? What was the idea?
I was trying to poke them while I was CSing it.
Okay,
I missed.
fair,
Yeah.
but I think you walked up too far.
Yeah.
Right, because he's walking up to hit you, right? So I think. Oh wait, let's see what's going on here. You actually almost killed this guy because Sarka had some nice Q. Okay, that you don't want to go for that. Oh, this is dicey. If their jungler is here, we're dead, right?
Yeah.
So what happened here? Let's talk about this.
I got caught, and then we chased.
When did you decide you wanted this?
After he used heal and flash.
Right. So he didn't use flash though, right?
Oh.
So this is the idea of like we said with the Pyke example. If he does this, I'm gonna do this. So if your Soraka goes for this, you're gonna react in a certain way, and we'll say something like, "We don't want to go for this," right? Or
Okay.
Something you would have to see something very concrete for you to be like, we switched the game plan to kind of all-in mode or whatever, right? Because you're never gonna get this guy. You're just gonna get away. 10 out of 10 times. Right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of the problem is that we always, like you said, it's kind of reactive. We're not really thinking about the situation before it happens, right? This is literally impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
You just gets away, and then let's say the jungler isn't here. You guys just lose 2 flashes for 1, right? This Bard is actually dying, which is kind of funny. But if the jungler is here, super disaster, right? It's a double kill, and then you lose 2 waves or 3 waves. So I think this is the
mindset I need.
Yeah, the mindset you want to develop. I think because it's just permeating through your whole gameplay, right? Just everything kind of that you do is
being affected by it.
Yeah, exactly. It's having an effect on everything. So including like decision making ideas like, oh, we should have pushed a wave before and stuff like that, right? Because we would know the reason why we know we need to push a wave is because what are they gonna do? They're going to freeze it if you don't. Back in that last game, right? Okay, so push this in. Sure. Fast forward, you guys are winning through sustain. Good. Oh, this is really awkward, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that was so unlucky. Okay,
yeah.
Don't worry about that. But oh shit. Whew, Monka ass.
Yeah, that one was bull. That was bullshit.
So this is another thing here. It's the same thing, right? In terms of what are you going to? How come you didn't follow through with this? Is the idea? It's because you got ignited, so we got scared, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see something like this, the idea is something like, oh, we're going to finish him because we know ignite's not going to kill us, right? That's the thing is that you have to know beforehand what's the plan, right? Or maybe let's say we're low enough and then he ignites us. We say we're going to fight until he ignites and then we're running, right? But I think
I was scared of the Jhin, but I guess he blew everything, so I don't know. Or
he didn't really. You could kill this guy. Like you could kill this guy and then like eat into the wall and kill him and then you can walk away, right? And we're good to go. There's nothing really Jhin can do, right? He could right click you right click to your fountain. He's never catching up, right? What's going on here? Okay, people based, sure. Sure. Get all these minions. Good. Last hitting is fine, right?
I suck at last hitting with Dorn Shield. I'm terrible at it.
It shouldn't be too big of a problem, honestly. Don't worry about that yet, right?
Yeah.
Because that's not something.
See,
you're not gonna lose games off that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just it just feels bad, but don't worry about it, right? If you ever watch videos of like Dopa and like people like them, they don't really care if they miss a few CS. It's not gonna matter in the long run, right?
Okay.
Don't worry about that stuff. It's stuff like making sure we know what's going on here is super important. Oh, this Jhin ult is not gonna do anything. Oh, you want to stay out of the Jhin ult? Oh, okay. Sure. What? What? In what world is this dive? Whoa! Oh no! Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. What's going on here? What's going on here?
This is awkward.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What's going on here? So tell me what's going on here.
He's diving me, and I didn't use my rotation correctly. Maybe.
So yes,
I didn't.
you used your rotation correctly,
I didn't need to use my ult, or I didn't cancel it. I don't.
You didn't know what you were gonna do
Yeah.
if he dove you. That's the problem. You didn't know. I have no doubt you can use your rotation correctly. If I had told you right now, if he dives you, you're just gonna use your full rotation and use heal and you win. And then you automatically win. You don't have to think about it. Auto attack, cancel Q, throw your W, auto cancel it, throw your E, throw your ulti, you're winning, right? But here, it's always like you kind of panic and then you press a bunch of buttons and then I don't know what's going on, right? So that's the thing. That's the thing I think you should definitely work on. Okay, this one big idea is make sure you know what your plan is when they do something. Honestly, let's say like he hits tower. What's your plan? You can even that could be, it goes down to that level, right? He wants to CS, what's my plan, right?
I can hit him back, maybe.
Right, exactly. You can hit him when he goes for the tower, right?
I'm even like hesitating now. Yeah, I can hit him back.
He dives you. Okay, full rotation combo. So W auto attack, E auto attack, Q, right?
Yeah.
That combo, and then you press heal. Would you know that's winning? What do you think? Can he kill you if you press heal?
No.
Then you're 100% winning, right? Then that's it. That's all the thinking you need to do. But you need to do the thinking in the first place, right? Is if he dies you, what's the plan? Because it's just so sad, right? They're getting away with all this stuff, and then
watch this.
Not able to punish. Oh yeah, I think we saw this Bard out of downtown. Okay, now we're definitely dead. Here's something like you gotta flash the Bard Q. Oh, okay, nice, right? So that's the big idea, right? How do we know you need a flash barbecue? Because that's the only way you die, right? Wow, is this Lee killing him? This Lee is definitely killing him. Oh my god! Oh, he's killing him anyways. You better kill him anyways. This is a kick. What the fuck, dude? There's no way he's getting away, dude. There's another Warthog into Q. He's definitely fucking dead. No, he's getting out! Oh my god, I can't watch this.
Yeah, that was that was tragic.
Oh my god! I need to take off my headphones. This is
yeah.
Okay, that wasn't your fault, at least. So don't worry about that. That was just super tilting to watch. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, fast forward past this stuff. We don't really care too much about this stuff. But if you see something like this, tell your team to not do the dragon because this is not good, right?
I asked him to shove the wave, but I don't know.
Wait, how come you can't? Why? Tell me, what happens when you shove the wave? In this position.
Oh wait, it would reset, right? Or it would bounce back to me.
Okay. This is true. This is good, right? This is a good thing. If you can shove it into their tower, do it, right? Isn't that the idea? So, do you have enough mana to shove into their tower?
No.
Agreed. So we can't do it there. But let's say you had enough mana. Do you have do you have enough HP?
Absolutely. Well, if I know where the junglers are.
Right. So
But no, I don't.
where's their jungle? Right. So
Yeah,
you're just gonna die. So this is a good base, right? Here's a good base because you literally cannot push without dying. And then we know this dragon is bad because they're just gonna die. Right. Shaco just stands here and watch them tank it. And his team is coming, and then I don't know what me and Soraka are gonna do, but it's impossible for them to win. So, I don't know what's going on here, but really strange. Okay, we go for the freeze. We definitely want to use. Oh wow, that was a 6 Soraka heal. What the hell? I was gonna say we need to use.
This guy's a Soraka one trick. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Shaco is top. You don't even have to think about this fight. Just dump everything into their face, and you're good to go. Right? That's all the mindset you need. Is you know that you're gonna fight. That's all you need to know, and then you will be able to mechanics accordingly, right? But the problem is that you just need to be able to do this every time. Okay, you need to know what the game plan is, right? So the game plan there is you're gonna all in because it's 3v2. Good to go, right? Full combo. This guy, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, what do we do wrong here? Oh shit. But
Yeah,
let's say
she was popping off.
let's say, you know, how can we improve this?
I could like instantly give them sooner.
Right. So how do you do it?
Auto W, auto Q, auto E, auto. I think that
Auto
might.
W, auto E, auto Q. Yes, right. The combo we were doing in the practice tool, right?
Yeah.
So this is why it has to be ingrained into your system, okay? Because when it comes to stuff like this, all you need to do is, okay, I'm dumping full combo into his face. That's the only kind of thought you want to have. You don't want to have to think of, I need to throw W first and stuff like that, right?
I guess I was panicking because of LB. I didn't know. Yeah, I guess I should have just knew I was dead.
Right. That you're just killing him and you're just gonna die. There's no way out. But I think that, you know, if he had any more health, or he had W, or he walked away even, he was gonna get out, right? When he should never get out. And
I see.
So
yeah.
That's kind of the problem. It's the same idea, I think, that's been going on in these replays, but it's just this kind of one thing is kind of preventing you from being able to play the game any more than you are right now, right? Okay, what's going on here? And what I mean by that is just that how can you improve without doing this first, right?
Right.
Knowing what you're gonna do is very important in terms of
I mean, that makes sense because I feel like I'm improving in other aspects, but like yeah, this definitely makes sense the way you put that.
Okay, so the Shaco one-shot lead. So what was the problem here? What do you think? If we're talking about mindsets and what you should be doing, what is your mindset?
I should have just left.
Right. How do you know? What condition happened that told you guys want to run?
The General, or the Shaco showing up,
or not yet. Okay, now.
Lucian dying.
Yeah, insta die, right? There's no way you guys are winning this. You gotta run, right?
Okay.
No, it's literally no way. You guys gotta get out, right? And the problem is that you didn't know that, right? So this is the kind of idea we're gonna throw from some few ideas at you in terms of figuring out what your mindset should be. But here, the basic ones are, you know, you want to stay safe, right? It's your default. Staying safe is your default, right? And then one is, you know, you're gonna all in, right? Another one is you're gonna all in, except you're gonna save your E for your ability, or you're gonna prepare your flash for an ability. Like, let's say, for example, Pyke goes on Zyra. Okay, we're gonna all in and use our flash for Zyra root, right? Simple enough, right? But that's the kind of thing you want to tell yourself right before you do it. Okay. When you go into game and you see something happen, you say, okay, we want to fight, or we want out, and this is the condition that told us why, right? And then I think you definitely want to go into practice too and make sure you have the your just two things, okay? Your full combo without dash, right? And your full combo with dash, and those are the two biggest things you need to know. And then for ulti, it's more about what's the most obvious value you can get. Otherwise, don't use it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And you know obvious value. I've seen you use this ulti to like cull Varus, cull whoever. I've seen you do it, use it really well, and I've seen you kind of throw it out the window, right? So make sure that we're not really using our ulti until we maximize value from it, right? Because I think the reason why you guys are kind of losing is because things are happening bot, and whether it's good or bad, we're kind of not reacting appropriately. Right. And it just turns out poor or worse, I would say. Oh no, what happened here? Okay, there's nothing you can do about this. This is just rest in peace, Annie. Right? She got one shot. Everyone wants out. Wait, let's see what happened to us though. So what happened to us here?
He kicked.
Oh, that was unlucky. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, you had the right idea. I probably wouldn't throw W out LeBlanc though, but that's just me. Oh, okay. You guys need out.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. I used a W in LeBlanc.
Right. I think there a lot of people play Lucian have that as a bad habit. You just toss it out there and then
I haven't
see you later, you know.
I haven't been thinking of it as like a damage source. I've been thinking of it as like, well, I can kite them easier. You know, I haven't. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay. This game is donezo. What happened? There's just one disaster mid led into another disaster. Let me see. What's going on here? Wow, this is just ADC in 2018. Patch 8.12, baby.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Basically, your impact on the game was... I think
Completely,
you
like-
want to be early game focused right now, okay? Because there are too many mistakes in the first 15 minutes, I think. And the reason why there are too many mistakes is it all stems from this one problem, right?
Yeah.
Is that you need to know what you're gonna do before you do it, not in like the heat of the moment, right? In the heat of the moment, you need to make a decision and then do your actions, right? Like when we're saying, you see Lee get insta killed. In the heat of the moment, you say we need out, and then you act on that idea. But your first reaction is to like dash away or use an ability or something like that. But you need to think first before you do something. Okay, think first before you do something is the biggest thing I think that'll help you the most. Okay, because it's just there's too many like just using abilities and it doesn't
There's
make
punishment.
sense.
Yeah, it's definitely punishment.
Right. So yeah, and then here we would say just super unlucky. You know, teams kind of imploding. Like what the hell? They use the Rift Herald on your inhib tower. Now things are going poorly. Right. You don't want to fight this. Right. This is I still don't think you don't want to fight that though. Okay, nice try. That was probably worth the try. So don't worry about that. I think that's good. Oh, this guy. I hope you're ready for hurtful combo. So what happened here? What do you think?
I didn't plan. I
What's
got
the
too
plan here?
close.
What's the plan?
I guess I'm gonna stay back and yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I guess just stay out. Like she can instantly kill me. I feel. Well, at least since yeah.
So let's pretend that you guys can fight this. You guys can't fight this, but let's pretend that you can 2v1, right? So what ability do you need to dodge with your E?
Her Q is it?
So
I don't know.
Q is
Yeah.
Q is like single target, throws the ball at you.
Yeah.
W is the distortion, right? She's gonna like
W-
teleport to your face, and then E's the chain. So
Okay, so dodge a chain.
okay, you could say dodge a chain, right? You could also say what else can you dodge?
The dash in. The W.
Right. So the second one does more damage, right? So that's the thing is that you have to target it, right? She dashed in front of us and we just immediately use an ability, right? So
Yeah.
that's it's a tell of the same problem, right? And of course you guys can't 2v1, right? It's not possible. She's too strong. And I don't know what he's doing. He'd have to kick her into tower, so that's too hard for him, I think. But yeah, this game's already over, so you don't want to worry about this, but it's still the same idea. Okay. You need to make sure you know what you're doing before the thing happens. And I think that'll help your gameplay a lot because it's too much of not knowing but still doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, maybe we can watch some more because there's something going on here. Oh, same thing here, right? What happened here?
I tried to stay and I should have this.
Well,
Or I wasn't proactively thinking about the bar at all.
Yes, 100% perfect, right? Is what do I do when he ultis? All right, let me show you an example I showed the other guy the other day. I think it was yesterday when I was playing Jin and I was playing against a Nocturne, right? So how many times have you died to Nocturne now? What do you think?
Too many times.
Right, so you always need to have a plan, right? So let's see. Okay, let's see. So let's say we're super far up, right? Okay, pause. Nocturne ulti, what's your plan?
See, I feel like whenever Nocturne has ults me, I'm instantly dead. I don't know how to react to it. Like I feel like the way to prevent Nocturne is like let's prevent getting ulted.
So the things that'll help you most when it comes to planning out against an attack, right, is movement abilities and defensive abilities. So anything like shield, anything like flash, anything like Ezreal E, anything like Lucian dash, right? Like in our planning, whenever we pause and say what's the plan, it always ends up being like, oh, use your Lucian E to dodge something, right? Or be ready for the Bardo, you're gonna use your E to dodge it, right? So here, what's the plan?
Oh, he's gonna ult you in. You could barrier. Use your Yumus, flash out, and then you
Flash
can maybe try.
where? That has to be specific too. You can't just like flash in place. Let's say.
Flash over the wall.
Yeah, perfect, right? Can't follow you if you flash over the wall,
And then,
right?
and then you could proc your W, or proc it and then W him and then maybe cut back. Oh wait, you just use the W.
Don't throw in too many things, right? We just want to
Okay.
get the
Okay.
basic, the big ideas down, right? So like when we're doing, the reason why we do that is because if you try and plan out every single step,
it's gonna take too much time.
right? And not only that, but it's going to confuse the big ideas, right? Like when you're using your Lucian dash to or you target your flash for Varus ulti, you don't need to think about we're gonna do full combo because you already know how to do full combo without thinking about it. Hopefully, right?
Okay.
So here it's just big idea, barrier, flash over the wall, right? So what happens? What do you think? We're gonna barrier and flash over the wall, right? Any second now. Okay. Oh, here's Nocturne. Here we go. Oh, surprise! Is anyone surprised? Right? It's the most, what's it called? Obvious thing that's gonna happen, right? And then oh, look at that. We want to fight straight up because you did one good plan. You baited them into a bad idea, right? Is the idea. So oh, look at that. Now fast forward, everyone's dying, right? Well actually we didn't get that much, but we got a lot of money, I would say. Not bad. Okay, how about this picture? Let me see. Let me fast forward. No spoiler. Okay, here we go. This picture. What's the plan? He's gonna ult you.
You have barrier. Let me see. Oh, I would say you could barrier you and then use out, and if he gets close to killing you, you could use your stopwatch.
Okay. Yes.
And bait until your teammates can get there.
Anything along the lines of using stopwatch and barrier is really good, right? You can even improve on that in terms of we're gonna throw our E on top of ourselves and then stopwatch immediately, right? So what's the big idea though?
You're proactively thinking about how you're gonna use your defensives.
Okay, yes, but what part of the planning? What's the most important step of the planning? Like using the barrier, using the ghost blade, or using the stopwatch?
Using a stopwatch.
Right, because if we use stopwatch, 100% win, right? So what's gonna happen is we just use stopwatch when it comes for us, right? And it's super easy. That's all you need to do. It's like, oh, okay. I guess they stopped doing dragon. That's interesting. Oh, they finished the dragon, right? And then, oh, who's coming? It's Nocturne. So you prevented all the damage because you already knew it was coming before it happened, right?
Okay.
That's the big idea you need to take away because for you, it's just, I think if this was you, it would be something like you would barrier and then stopwatch eventually, but you might have already lost all your health or something like that, right? Or I don't know what happens, but I think I've seen you use dash and flash a lot, like panic flash or something, right? So that's the big idea. That's what we want you to work on, and that's super important for Lucian because your dash can be used to that effect, right? And your damage combo needs to be kind of what's it called? Ingrained in your memory, right? You have to be so what's it called? You have to be able to do it in your sleep, right? I think is the expression.
Yeah.
So that's the big idea. So sure, you can apply it to your laning phase as well, right? But something like, Ezreal's going to throw a Q at you, what do you do? But it's more important for the fights, I think, because the fights are kind of what's winning and losing the games, right? Laning too, for sure. But oh, this guy's dead. What? Are you kidding me? You flashed for this guy. Oh my god. Oh my god, we killed him. Okay. Oh my god, I need to watch this.
Yeah, that was.
How did we know he was dead though? What do you think?
He didn't. He used everything. Or.
Oh, what was that? You see that?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. What was that? It didn't make sense, right? So that's actually what when you see something like that, that's like instant lose.
Right.
So whenever you did that, that's how we knew it was instant lose. It's the same thing, right? So that's kind of what we want to prevent. So what we did here was good, right? Something like this is, we'll call this okay, because even if you have no plan, you want to fight. Why?
We have level 2.
Yeah, that's it. That's how you know. They're actually getting level 2 too, so that's kind of awkward. But you have the right idea. You say something like, I'm going to fight and do maximum damage. That's all you should need to think for you to auto-cancel your abilities and stuff, right? So it's good. You guys won off that. So that's really good, I would say. Right. So I think it shows that you can do this. Look at this, right? You're aiming for level 2 here, and you're going to fight.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like you've never done this. It's just now you need to do it for as many
things possible.
Yeah, exactly. Literally as many things possible, right?
Yeah.
And that's sure, it might be draining at first to think of these things, but once you start doing it over and over again, you'll come up with like super quick like shortcuts. Like all you need to do is target flash for a certain ability, and then you're gonna all in, right? Stuff like that. Once you can break it down to that, or simply we're just gonna run in this situation, then the game is a lot easier. I promise you, right? Okay, what's going on here? Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Sure. If we're just peacefully farming, I think that's fine. Okay. Did we do anything wrong with this idea?
I was trying to trade while Janus shield was up.
Okay, this is true.
And
but
his
let's
caster
say,
minion. Well, I was trying to trade because we have minion advantage, but
you don't really have minion advantage, right?
Yeah,
you're tanking minions,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
So, what's the picture here? Do we get maximum value out of our Q?
No.
Why? What do we miss?
The auto attack before?
Yes, right? So this is why it has to be super autopilot-y. Is that it has to be a habit, okay? Getting maximum value has to be a habit and not the exception, right? So the reason why this doesn't go as well as it should is because of that, right? And of course they have a shield. Well, actually you're killing him because he turned around, but that's the one of the things that you definitely want to look at, okay? I would say go into practice tool, make sure you have it down cold. Down cold. That way you don't have to think about it when you're playing the game, right? Oh my god, what the hell? This thing just slid right by you. You see that? Look at this. Oh my god. That almost hit you too. Okay, sure. Fast forward. See what's going on here. Sure, you can shove them in. I think that's a fine option. Zyra's gonna go to town on them. Let's get to the big moments. Here we go. Oh. So, what happened here? This is the exact same thing we saw in the last two games.
I didn't E the tornado. I didn't have a. I have played reactively. I don't know. I'm trying to put words to it.
Yes. No plan. No plan. You just saw the route and you said we're going, right? But you didn't know this tornado's coming, right? And and it's the same thing as like if Pike lands this, we're going in. But you know what's the condition? We have to be able to follow up. So if Pike lands it all the way back here, we can't follow up, so we're not going in. So this mindset here, I would have said no matter what happens, I'm not going in here. That's how you prevent any kind of crazy mistakes or anything like that. And why would I say something like that? Because I know if I go in, yeah, you can't. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work, right? Here we're just like, oh, we need to try and help. That's not quite true, right? You don't need to try and help. She's gonna have that or she's not gonna have that, and there's nothing you can do to change that outcome, right? You would need to have flash or something like that, right? It's too far away. So it's kind of it's kind of more emphasizing the point, right? It's just it's too many times we're kind of doing this thing because you do something like this, the jungler comes out, we're dying. Versus if you stay back, jungler comes out, we can run because we have our E still, right? This even applies to something like you're going on the support and the enemy Kai'Sa is here and she's auto attacking everyone, right? I've seen that one before. I've fallen to that one before, right? This is Draven. This is the common one where it's Draven and Morgana lands a bind on his support, and it's like, oh, let's kill the support, right? And then Draven kills everyone, right? So that's kind of a problem. Let me show you. Once we're done with this replay, I'll show you a laning phase I had against Draven, and I think I hope it'll make things more clear when there's like a super concrete example you can look at. Right?
Okay.
Fast forward. Okay, what's going on here? You don't want to follow up on that. Oh, beast. Wait a minute. You do want to follow up on that. Let me watch this. No, it's hot. Did he have nothing up? Oh my god, he walked up. Oh, he got. Oh my god, he didn't even dodge it. That's why. He didn't. Oh my god, you're crazy, dude. That was actually really good. So, good follow up, we would say. But if you're all inning, remember the. Okay, let's use some let's use some thinking shortcuts. Okay, so when your plan. Okay, so let's say we have a set plan. Okay, so let's say the plan is to play safe is default. So that means don't use anything, right? Let's say the plan is all in. That means you've solved for everything. You can do full combo ability. And let's say that there's an all in with a condition, right? Which is you're gonna all in, but you have to flash this specific ability. Those are the three things. Those are the three most basic things we can have for you, right? And I guess stay safe can apply to they're going to engage on you. This is my plan. This is my out. Like let's say Ornn is ulting, you're gonna flash the second part of Ornn ult, right? Or let's say Ornn is ulting, you're gonna dash to pretend you're being a dumbass and then flash the other way, right? Something like that. But those are the kind of three most basic plans you can come up with, right?
Right.
One is safe, one is we're all inning with no prom, and one is all in with a condition. Okay?
Right.
So this is with a condition because you have to dodge something, right? Anything with a condition means there's like a skill shot involved. Usually. But yeah, I think that's like the mindset you want to be developing to help you because it's just affecting everything about your gameplay, I think.
Okay.
Fast forward, what's going on here? Okay, Rengar's trying to. This is Ezreal is actually just like super tilted or something. He's just running up trying to kill himself. What? Super strange. I don't know. He's walking up super far. It looked like it turns out spoiler
Yeah,
he was debating.
I was really sad this game because Ezreal ended up getting like super fed, and I was like, man, like I wasn't really impressed with him.
Right. He was just memeing. So same thing here, right? What happened?
I wasn't proactively thinking about the Nocturne ult.
We weren't ready, right? So something like this is like if they go on Zara, we all in. Closest guy, right? Or if they go on me, we're going to W, auto attack, E, heal, and run. That's it. 2 plans, right? Good to go. And then, because we didn't really think of anything, our response is mixed, right? We're like trying to fight and run, and then maybe we realize there's an all-in potential, but then it's too late. Right, that's the problem.
Right.
It's always like whenever something happens, it seems like there's always a half response for both things from you, and it doesn't go well because that's kind of it doesn't logically make sense. You can't do both, right? You can't run and fight at the same time, right? It doesn't really work that way. So it's kind of our issue here. We can also say something like we didn't have our cutlass yet, but maybe we could have said something like we're going to use our W to break his shield and then use our Bork on him to get the move speed, right? That's a common one, I think. Oh no, did Fiddle just kill someone? Oh, that's awkward, right? Alright, that's definitely not your fault, but we just wait for him, sure. Okay, you definitely don't want to walk out here. You're dying. Oh, you want to run. This is not really a kind of plan thing. This is just don't do anything without your support, right?
Yeah.
You can't walk out into the lane. Otherwise you get run down. Let's see what's going on here. Any questions, by the way?
Yeah, I guess like when I'm by myself without the support, I panic and there's so much hesitation there. So what should I have done? Should I just wait the experience loss and then just wait for it?
So let's say they're pushing, right? You can just sit at your tower. You're not losing anything. Let's say they're trying to freeze and this bush isn't warded. You can hide here. Right. Let's say they're trying to freeze and you don't know if this is worded. You hide here and see what they do.
Okay.
Right? This is kind of the basic ideas of this cannot go wrong. Right. You hide here, you see what they do, then you'll know if they know you're in here or not. Right. And then at the least you got the chance to get some XP and stuff. But
okay.
Under no circumstances should you fight 1v2 or anything like that.
Or even get in range really.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There's just no benefit to it, right? Unless for some reason you have a way to 1v2 or you're trying to debate a TP, right? Your team is TPing in. What happened here? Oh, we're chasing. Oh.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Wasn't the worst, but tell me, what happened here?
I didn't.
It's actually kind of more complicated than it looks, but it's like we wanted to all in, but the idea to all in is
wrong.
Flawed, we would say, right? Because you used everything on Jenna already.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have my rotation. Yeah.
Right. So this is something we wouldn't worry about because we would say we already made the decision to all in and we're going through with it, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because the more times you make a decision and go through with it, the more you'll learn what's working and what's not working, right?
Okay.
But there it was just we really wanted to get Janna, we couldn't get her. Okay, fine, back off, right? Unless you thought you could get more with your ulti or something like that, and now you know that you can't really do that with your ulti. You need to be able to dodge his damage somehow. You need to flash his damage sometime.
Yeah.
Your flash is like just coming up, so that's not something I would worry about at all, right? not something you want to take a look at. Okay, what's going on here? Oh my, she misses. You want out, right? That's what I'm thinking. Oh my god, she landed that. No way. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is Jenna. You see this, Jenna? What's going on here? Hello? Oh my god. Well, that turned out good.
Yep.
Right. I would not have attempted to join this though, unless until I saw the knockup, right? And then it's like, oh, okay, we're good to go. So
Yeah.
I think we use our okay, I think the W is fine. You're trying to do something, but I do think it's a bad habit. Okay, you should definitely save it because it's part of your full rotation.
Yeah.
Oh, here she went. He's doing the exact same thing you were doing, right? Trying to 1v2. Oh my god, he almost died there. That's kind of funny. Here, you know, you can make a plan like if he walks up, I'm going to dash in and bork him because you know it's 1v2 unless you think Nocturne is here. But in which case, don't do that. But that's another plan you can come up with. You can make a like an offensive plan, right?
Right.
Well, I guess you know the plans we have been talking about have been offensive sometimes. So, okay, fast forward. What's going on here? How come we went mid here? Because we took bot, I guess.
Yeah. Well, bot.
Okay. Okay.
Well, bot was pushed up, and I felt like when
Monka S. Oh shit, we're dead.
Yeah.
All right, so
What would have you done there?
So here you don't even go to the walls until you know where Fiddle is. But let's say let's pretend we pause.
Like,
pretend this is
before
my
the-
place TV, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you say Nocturne's ulting you. What do you do?
E flash over the wall.
Right? You flash over this wall. You can even E over this wall. You could say that's winning, right? And then you would say, okay, the most important points are he hits me and then I dash.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's following you after
Right.
you dash, right? That's it. That's all you need to know. You're good to go, right? The problem is just that it's really you came up with the plan literally in like a second, right? It's just that in the game you needed to be able to recognize when you need to come up with this idea, right? And then you can execute it easily. I'm pretty sure you can execute it, right? So no problem there. It's just you need to know it's coming before it happens is the problem, right? So I think there's a lot of panic flashing and stuff. So one thing that'll help a lot is don't use your flashes or dashes without extreme purpose. So when we say that, we say something like, you're not going to use your E unless you know you're using full combo with E, or you're going to use it to dodge something. Same thing with flash, right? Even if you're dying because you get surprised, I would not use it. And I would only use it for a singular purpose, right? Make sure you have a purpose in mind when you use it, right?
I did have a quick question. You asked why I went mid. What would have you done there?
Okay, let's take a look. This is before Dragon was taken. So we pushed up and done all this stuff. Sure. Wait, did we kill? Wait, what happened?
Yeah. This is after we.
Oh, okay, it's after this, right? Oh, this is after? Am I insane? What's going on here? This is like you guys took tower, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yep.
I'm pretty sure you guys took tower.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Took tower. Krugs, good. Push out bot next, good.
Yep.
Good. Fast forward, push it out. Oh. Okay, this is the part where we push it out. Take all their wards. Pause, you want to push it out again. You want to keep pushing, right? Why?
Because it's not hitting a turret.
So the standard is wait, actually your whole team died. Never mind. You don't want to keep pushing. Wait a minute. I thought their team died. No. Never mind. You don't keep going because your whole team died. You're going over here is good. Because now you're trying to minimize the damage. So when I thought their whole team died, you just want to keep pushing. Right? You're happy maximizing money. You can even do some damage to the inner tower. You can even go for Gromp or whatever, to go for some deep wards, whatever. But in this case, going mid here is good. It's really good because what's it called? Oh wait, you want to go mid instead of doing this crab though. Because you want to clear the wave mid, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I think we stop with this crab. I don't think that's a good idea. Simply because if you wanted this crab, you could have gotten it after you clear mid.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not like you're making any more money doing this, right? So you definitely want to be going mid first. And then because it looked weird because you and Cassidy got here at the same time, which is why I was like, what's going on? Right?
Oh, I see.
You stop with the crab. You never want to share a lane with your
solo
laner, right? So That's a super big idea. You would do something like unless he needed your help pushing this out for whatever reason, you would like hide here.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if they try and fight him, you guys are counter
Yeah.
right?
I remember watching that video and you were telling them to do that. Let's see.
And then rip Nocturne. Actually, Nocturne, right? The exact example we were showing before. Yeah, feels bad, man. Die Nocturne all the time, sometimes. And then once you die to it 1,000 times, you're like, all right, it's time to stop. Oh, I got fiddled in the face. All right, looks like this game is super unfortunate as well, huh?
Yep.
I think it's just a product of you could say like deaths, random deaths, whatever. I think it's just the same idea. Wow, he killed you. I think it's just the same idea that's been plaguing you for these games. I can't believe he killed you. Wow.
Yeah, I was
attack in the end. Oh my! Oh, what's going on here?
I was trying to digest it. Yeah, because I thought I definitely had him.
Oh,
I didn't
he
heal.
did fit an auto. He did fit an auto in there. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, don't worry about that either. But maybe you could have said something like, "I'm gonna heal because he's doing a lot of damage."
Yeah.
It was unexpected, right? So we don't worry about that either. Okay, we worry more about the Nocturne stuff. We worry about the
right.
when things are happening in front of us, we need to make sure we have our plan before we act. Okay, that's the big thing. That's the big thing is that when you see something, you need to make sure that you know what the plan is before you act. Okay. Wow, people in the chat are not happy, huh? Man, you guys have a Cassidy though, so you guys can definitely stay away. Oh, this guy's just. Why is Fiddlestick such a funny champion? He just comes out and just like runs at people. You can look for an ulti here, but that's about it, right? There's not. I don't know why they're spam pinging you because sure.
Yeah, I was like,
but this is not winning.
This is like this is the point where I was like, they clearly don't know what they're doing. I'm like,
yeah, this
like,
is 100%. Yeah,
this Rengar has no idea how like 80 carries work.
Yeah, I don't know what they're smoking. You can look for an ulti, but I think that he had Hourglass anyway, so
yeah, it's like
it seemed questionable to look for an ulti there too. I would say you should go Black Cleaver second though, right? Because
always
finding ulti value is pretty much not possible a lot of the time. Let's say look at these examples, right? This guy Samex is interesting, but look, there's a lot of Black Cleaver coming out second, and purely the reason is just that Essence Reaver is just nowhere to be found too. Essence Reaver, how many times have you gotten the ulti off and then gotten some value out of the Essence Reaver passive?
True.
I've done it like 0 times, actually. Right in a practice tool, I can do it. That's about it. In an actual game situation, there's no real way to guarantee a setup. They'll have to
run.
So
what do you get? Borg, Black Cleaver, and then
you can do what these guys
like kind of situational.
Yeah, QSS is fine. Maybe you need a Hex Drinker, right? Anything like that.
Here's another question. So like before, I would rarely ever find myself buying Guardian Angel, and now I've been finding myself building it more just because I feel like I'm always getting insta-gibbed. So like,
oh yeah, me too, dude.
Do you oftenly buy Guardian Angel, like, or what is your?
If you can bait out like a Talon or something like that with your GA, and then if he goes for your GA and your team wins a fight, you'd say that's good value, right? Anything like that. Anything like your team can counter when they engage.
So I think about the way I think about it is like, well, if they proc my Guardian Angel, like, and we still lose a fight, it's not worth it. Like, I'd rather have like Death's Dance or something that allows me to stay alive longer, right?
Right. You need to have some kind of reasoning for it, like.
Okay.
Let's say they have some like insta kill. Let's say they have Rengar, right?
Okay.
And you get GA, and then he goes for you. What happens to him?
He's dead.
Right. So you're free to not care about Rengar. Your plan in that case is let him eat a GA, and you're good to go. Right.
Okay.
Anything like that. Oh Jesus. Goodbye. Oh, you're getting out. Oh, you're killing him too.
I had it.
Can't kill
stopwatch.
Can you kill him? Rengar got him.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there a better plan here? What do you think?
I could have stopwatched.
And then what?
Full damage rotation.
What if you're trying to run?
W all back. Or
okay, is there a more
back.
direct way to do it? Yeah, I would say I'll dash out, and then you can do full damage rotation.
Okay.
So stopwatch into dash is really good, or stopwatch into flash is the most powerful because any champion can do it, right? But here, it was just I think we I think we just panicked, so we used everything, right? And then it's just well, actually we didn't even use stopwatch, but yeah, you definitely want to come up with an idea, right? I would say stopwatch and then flash is most powerful, right? That's just they're waiting around your stopwatch and then you flash and then they're stuck waiting around and your team goes on them. It's really
I struggle against fiddle ults a lot too. Can you kind of give me an example of, or can I help me like like something proactively avoiding the fid flash other than like flash?
So first of all, let's say you don't have a plan. Let's say it's not possible. Let's say you're playing like Varus, right? Then you stay away from the walls. Anywhere he can ulti over, you don't go to that spot. Anywhere he can ulti over and flash, you also don't go to that spot, right? Let's say you have QSS. What's the plan? You're gonna QSS the fear, right? Let's say you have a Hex Drinker. Okay, you're gonna tank him, right? But the bottom line is you kind of have some kind of reasoning, and you will learn, you know, how to make better plans, whether or not, but like based on whether or not that reasoning was good, right?
Okay.
And you know if the reasoning is good is if it worked, right? If you had a plan and you mechanically executed it correctly, and then it didn't work, you know it doesn't work, right? Here is just 1v2, you can't win that, but I wouldn't worry about the rest of this. It's all very much the same ideas, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is your temporary 4v5, but your 3v5, but your team is coming in. You can look for an ulti here for sure. Oh, you can ulti this fiddle. Oh my god, he stole it. Beast. Yeah. Everyone out.
I still ended up dying here though. It was tragic.
You guys lose? What? You guys got the Baron. What happened?
I'm not sure.
Maybe a W ulti. Oh wait, you turned around. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
I should have W'd ulti. Yeah.
Or we didn't play the ranking either. You had the right idea. I wouldn't worry about this as much either. Damn, that feels bad though. You could have insta base too, I think. Wait, did we stop for anything? I'm confused. Is Jenna just?
I think I know. I tried to. I should have just gone back and then based, but I was greedy and just tried to instantly base. But they caught me and they interrupted it.
Oh, that is.
Watch. I think I.
Oh, yeah. It's worded.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. You probably just wanted to run. But yeah, let's. I think we know what we want to work on. So let's take a look at some examples of what it looks like in what's it called? In lane at the very least, right? Because you saw some mid game examples, late game examples, whatever. Let's look at some laning examples, right? So notice my positioning when Nami is going for a wave, right? Is there a plan for us to beat Nami wave?
You can trade her back and then Soraka will heal up.
Let's say this is level 1, so we don't have heal.
I keep thinking, okay. There's not a winning scenario, really.
Agreed. So you have to stay out of range. There's no winning scenario, right? You have to stay out of range. So this is the actual secret winning scenario is you can bounce your grenade off and execute a minion, and it hits her, and then you auto attack. That would be winning, we would say. And she's tanking minions, right? That's how strong Nami wave is level 1, right? But if there's no winning scenario, you gotta back off. That's just how the lane works, right? In a way. And then we went for the bounce, it didn't work. Okay, definitely not working now, right? Let's fast forward some more. Let's see if we can. Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on here. So here we're still keeping our distance, right? Because we don't have a winning way, right? We don't have a way. And then this is what I mean by the execution bounce, right there, right? This is our secret plan. Is that when she comes for us, we're gonna bounce, right? That's the thing is that you need to make sure you have something ready though. And let's say that execution bounce went through and she still won. That's how we know it doesn't work, right?
Okay.
For the future at least. And then he dies. That's not really your fault, but oh, actually we saved him, right? Oh, that was real close. I had to click on his HP to see if he was dying. Oh, that was a mistake, right?
Yep.
I would say that was a mistake for sure. I was just like, whatever, man, hit me. That was not good. What happened here? Oh shit, we got a.
Oh wow, that was dirty.
Yeah, team is dying though, so that's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Forward. I remember this laning phase being super interesting to watch because one mistake and Draven's killing everyone. Like, spoiler alert, he kills Soraka and they're like get out of control. So how do you play against champions like this, right? It's really hard, but if you can come up with some kind of idea, you can win, right? Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, that was. Don't watch this. What am I smoking? All right, let's fast forward to the parts where It's really looking dicey. All right, let's watch this. Right, grenade bounce, right, is our idea for here. And then oh, he tries to walk in. We're just gonna kill him. We're gonna W him in the face. Okay, let's say that's winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have nothing else to do, you play safe, right? Your default is always play safe, right? Otherwise, you're falling into some kind of random trap. And then we'll watch this part where we have some stuff going on, right? Same thing here. Q bounce. What was the plan there?
Can we replay that one more time? Sorry.
How do we know this is winning, or at least very close?
She missed the bubble.
Okay, that's a good indicator that they're missing stuff. How about now?
You're gonna have the executing bounce.
Right.
The,
so our idea is we can execute bounce. We're getting maximum value off Q, and then if we land W, we're winning, right? But we actually missed. But what was the real big idea here? Well, like seal the deal, even though we missed W.
I'm blanking out. Oh, you have your summoners. He doesn't.
I think he has his summoners, right? We would assume his summoners are on. What part of Jin's for like kit that executes?
Oh, the E. I don't know.
Well, you know
Final
how he
shot.
has to
Oh,
reload,
final shot.
right?
Final shot.
Right. I was ready for the final shot, and then we're getting out, right? If this doesn't work, we're out, right? Is the idea is if I get this first shot off and then it doesn't work, we're out, right? So we're out, and then turns out Striker got the last hit, so we're happy, right? So the plan is
okay. So your plan was attack was final shot's gonna kill him. If it doesn't, we're just gonna flash out.
Right. Or really the big idea, the reason why we know it's working is we got the execute bounce and we have our fourth shot going off, right? And
Okay.
then we have flash, I guess, in case things go wrong. It was really close, actually. It was really dicey. So it's just you just have to come up with something, right? Let me see. There's actually a better example when we're playing Twitch. No, this is not right. Yeah, this is not right. We where did this game go? Oh, it's one of these games here. Oh no, not like this. Plays TV, don't do this to me. We'll say this is the last example because I think this is.
Okay.
We've kept you here long enough, right?
No, this is like this is awesome. Thank you so much for like doing over an hour. Like
No problem, dude. It's fun. You know, it's my pleasure. So let me see. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Show me the goods. Show me the goods. Is this the goods? This is not the goods. Okay. What's the plan here? For an let's just say all in, similar to how we're like you have your basic plans. You're gonna stay safe, right? You're going to all in, you're gonna all in with condition or something like that, right? So what's our mindset here?
We can all in if Morgana lands a bind, and then if you flash Sona's alt or Swain's like snare pull thing.
Right. We would say the ulti probably takes precedence over the pull. Or
yeah.
You would say something like they come out at the same time, right? I would say that's reasonable to assume.
Okay.
So that's it. You say we're gonna all in. So let's say Twitch's all in pattern is we're gonna cut last and use our ulti. That's it. You don't have to think about it, right? The big important thing is flash the ulti, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We already had everything set in motion, and then make sure you flash ulti, you win automatically, right? So notice how I stopped auto attacking, right?
Right, because you were expecting it.
Yeah, you need to make sure that the flash goes through no matter what. So even if you have to miss an auto or two, it doesn't matter, right? You just need to make sure it goes off, right? That's the important part of the plan. And of course, Morgana's gonna clean up because it's super easy for her, right? They have nothing left in the tank. So that's it. That's what you need to do is pre-plan, you know, your what you're gonna do, and then execute. And if you can execute correctly, then you'll know that your plan is working or not, right? That's probably the most basic example with flash, right? So with your Lucian games, there'd be something like we're gonna flash Verisalt after we all in or something, or during the all in or something like that, right? But that's the idea. Okay, so you know what should you do in your next 10, 20, 30 games, right? Until this becomes a habit. When you see some fighting about to go down, okay, you ask yourself, what's the plan here? Are we trying to get out or are we trying to fight, right? And if you're not sure, you default to being safe, which is, like you said, you're gonna look at RE charm, you're gonna look at Varus ulti, you're gonna make sure you don't get hit by that. And then if you can hit the closest guy, do it. But that's your default, right? And then I think you can build upon that, right? When you see something happen, you rethink, does your plan change? Right? So you see Morgana lands binding. Okay, does my plan change? If yes, then go. If no, don't. I think for you, we're kind of not thinking about does my plan change? It's just you go in if a snare happens no matter what. And I think that's the step you want to insert in there. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any last questions? Any clips you want to go over that you have left over, like 30-second clips or anything like that, or anything else?
No, yeah, that's it.
All right, cool.
All right.
Or yeah, like you said, practice making sure you know what's going on before it happens, and then you can execute on it. And then I'll also say on top of that, make sure you go on the practice tool and do your combos, so it doesn't get messed up in game. I think that's super important because even if you do have a plan, if you mess up the execution, it's like back to the practice tool, right? That's actually exactly what I do. Is we go into the practice tool. Actually, let me see if let me show you one last thing, which is actually really funny. One thing is this: I had a Kaiser game and I had a plan and it didn't work, so I had to go into the practice tool to figure out why. Let me see. It's definitely on Place TV, so we'll take a look.
Please, that was so funny. Please.
Okay, here we go. So tell me what was my plan and figure out, try and figure out if it didn't work or why didn't it work.
Because Zen came. Oh.
So what's the plan here? What would your plan be if TF is coming for you?
Wait for the gold card and then QSS and then invis away.
Okay, let's say you wanted to. I think that's
Oh,
fair
you can
if
all,
you're trying to
or
run.
you can all in. You can bait the gold card, QSS, and then it's all in it.
Right. So the mindset we would say that we've been practicing is we're going to all in with the condition of we're going to QSS the gold card, right? Instead of flashing a skill shot, it's QSS a gold card, but
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna all in. So we're gonna go for literally max damage. So we're pressing W, we're pressing Q, and then why didn't we QSS? What do you think?
You're waiting for the Zen.
Well, I think we just died here, right? It was a mistake. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had no idea, right? I was like, I pressed 3 a million times. What happened? I went into the practice tool. It turns out that this plan doesn't work if you press E, because when you press E as Kaisa, it locks you off from using abilities and
okay.
So I didn't know, right? So that's kind of how you can figure things out. Is you had a plan, couldn't execute. Why couldn't you execute? Oh, the plan didn't actually. So you pressed E. So now I know during an all-in and you're trying to QSS something, don't press E.
That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
Right? So that's kind of something. It's another thing you take away, right? Is when you making plans will let you figure out like interesting interactions like this, right? So yeah, we died. We threw the game. This feels bad. I was like, what the hell? Right? I was like, I thought I was carrying my team. I was like, this is a genius bait, and then we died. I was like, okay, that's unfortunate, but yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Anything else? Otherwise, I guess we'll call it a night.
Yeah. Thank you so much again. Until next time.
Right. Let me know how things go, right?
All right.
And,
yeah, sounds good.
When you're watching your replays, make sure you're asking yourself, did I know what I was trying to do, right? And then if you do know what you're trying to do and it went wrong, ask yourself, was my plan correct or was the execution wrong, right? Because both of them have to go hand in hand for something to work, and then you'll be able to figure out, what kind of plan is good in what situation. So, sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Have a good night then. I'll upload this to YouTube, send you the link, all that jazz. So.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, see ya. Have a good one.